Hello, lovely souls. Welcome to Blind Pomegranate Tarot. I am Christine. And if you are new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. I'm so glad to see you guys every single time. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, I had kind of a rough morning. And it struck me how few people understand, not just know, but understand that they are light body beings, that they have a beautiful light inside of them, a soul that is equal to everyone, and the things that we're told by others aren't the truth. They're not who we really are. Who we really are light body beings, beautiful light workers. And I almost actually cried a little bit this morning because it seems to me, especially in the younger generation, that there is so much suffering because they don't understand that, they don't know that about themselves. It really breaks my heart. And I was meditating, sending healing love to someone today who was really, really struggling. And during my meditation, and I was sending them love and hugs and hope and wanting to help them to see how beautiful they really are, I thought, that's the reading we'll do today. Today I want to do, what is your light work journey? If you're here, you're definitely a light worker. We all have some capacity to that. So today I wanted to delve deeply, okay, we've got quite a few cards here, about what is your light work journey? What is your journey here on this earth as a light worker? So that's where we're going to go with this today. So we have 3 piles. Now I may do a second or even a third of these because you can have many different journeys, okay? But something will resonate in this for you, okay? So on group 1, we have celestite. Now celestite is a great stone for going inside. It's about meditating and searching out your inner spirit, okay? So, and it's a beautiful stone. I absolutely love it. It's got amazing energy and it's great for use while you're meditating, okay? It will help you to grow your intuition as well, okay? So use it during that sort of study. On pile 2, we have labradorite. Labradorite is said to have all of the information of the whole of the universe within it, sort of a little Akashic records inside that stone. If you're not familiar with Akashic records, I'll leave a link down below to help you to better understand what that is. But this is an all-knowing. This is I have all the information, let me share it with you, stone. And then pile 3, lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is a stone for honor, for honesty, for truth-telling, for knowing yourself and speaking your truth. I thought it was a perfect stone for this reading because I hope to bring, by doing my readings, by talking about all of these things, my spiritual brew and everything else, to bring the knowledge, to honor your spirit, to help you to honor your spirit, to help you to understand it and to grow it, okay? This is my goal, and this is my goal on this channel, and it is my goal in my light work, and it is my goal for you to have as well, okay? So that's what we're doing today. What is your light work journey? Okay, so timestamps will be down below for each pile, but to help you to decide which one is right for you. Every time I do pick a card, I ask you to do a little tiny meditation with me. Only takes a second. Put your feet flat on the floor. Put your hands in your lap with your palms up. What this is going to do is root you to the earth and open you to the universe. Okay? And this is a great practice to do when you're meditating as well. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose for 5. We're going to hold it for 2, and we're going to breathe it out in our mouth for 3. Okay? We'll do that in just a moment. But let's start with other ways that you can choose which pile is right for you. If you're confused about the stone and which direction you want to go into, run the numbers through your mind. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And see which one stands out to you. Ask your spirit guides. Hi, which one is best for me? Maybe you can see auras and you see an aura on the stone or on the pile. Maybe you can see them moving, vibrating, or even like they're breathing. If you'd like to try this, okay, sit back into your intuition while you're doing the meditation and ask me. Say, Christine, come through and tell me which one is right for me. If you're synced into this group as I am, Okay, if you're synced into this reading as I am and you've sat back into your intuition, you never know, I might just pop in and say, hey you, this is the one for you. Okay, so let's get started. Remember, feet flat on the floor, hands in your laps, palms up, and let's go now. Okay, do that as many times as you need to. Pause the video if you need to. Sit and think about it, all you need. There's no judgment here and there's no rush, okay? It'll be there for you when you're ready. Again, timestamps are down below, and I will see you in your reading. Bye, guys. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. How are you guys today? So you chose the Celestite. It's one of my favorite little pieces. It is beautiful for spiritual work. So get yourself a piece of that. It's lovely. So for those of you who are new here, let me explain. I read a little bit differently. I am legally blind, and I have a lot of friends that are as well. So you'll see that the cards are already laid out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run through all of them, okay? Speak about all of them so that those who cannot see it can hear it and participate equally, okay? This also gives me an opportunity to sit and meditate on the cards. Before I do a reading, I always do a download meditation for information to share with you from whoever. Today, I asked from Spirit, just from Source. I didn't specify. So if your own spirit guides want to come through, then that's great, okay? So let's start at the beginning. The very first card that you have is the King of Cups. I'll bring it forward here for you. Cups are about your emotions. Cups are about your feelings. Cups are about your relationships. Cups are everything that have to do with your emotions. So the very first thing I felt here is that you are an empath. Now, you could very well be an HSP, which is a highly sensitive person, but I think that your Lightwork journey here is one of those two things, okay? You could be an empath or you could be a highly sensitive person, but that is your Lightwork for this journey. That can be kind of rough on people. Being an empath is not something easy. I am an empath and I know that. If you ever met somebody and immediately you could feel their emotions, or you walk into a room and you can feel the emotions even though nobody's saying anything, you can feel the emotions in an empty room from somebody who just left and perhaps there was a fight there, you are definitely an empath. I have some links down below in the description box that can help you to sort of figure that out for yourself. So, moving on. Okay, I pulled some cards that I would normally pull from for my past life readings, which is something that I specialize in. But oftentimes, if you're a light worker in this life, you are a light worker in your last lives. So I thought that was good information to pull to see what you've been up to. Okay, so here we have the Temple of Isis. It says, I am open to be mothered. I can mother. I can heal my relationships and my life. My body is a miracle, and I can be heard, and I can be healed, of imbalance. Okay. We'll move on. So from a past life deck, you got transportation. We'll come back to that, and I'll tell you what I felt about that. And then from Soul's Journey, you got doubt. I'll read that to you. I release the need to know all the answers. Okay. And then we have Angel of Strength. You can see Angel of Strength. It's usually Ariel, but let's see, what is the number here? Number 50. Angel of Strength. Now, if you know or you follow angel numbers, that may be significant to you, so keep that number in mind, number 50. And then from the animal oracles, I said I pulled from a lot of different places for information. From the animal oracle, you got dragon. Dragon, what is dragon? Dragon is you before you were you in this human experience. So what is this telling me? This is telling me you have done this empathic job many, many times. That this is your light work. That you have done it again and again and again because it was in you before you ever even came here. Okay? Dragon is the you, that is the soul, that is outside this current human experience. Okay? So that is definitely you, and confirmation that that's what you've been doing for a very long time. And then we have, from the Akashic Records, the increscent moon. The increscent moon is about abundance. It's about the coming of abundance into your life. And as we're going around, it's the last card. Okay? So you're working your way towards this. Transportation. You've been transported into this many times. I'm seeing that over and over again. You've had a little bit of doubt in the past about what this empath thing really is. I encourage you to research what being an empath is, or the difference between being an empath and a highly sensitive person, or HSP. Okay? So I may have a couple of you in this group. Again, you've done it many, many times. I can heal myself. This talks much about mothering yourself and healing yourself. If you are an empath, you know that you feel emotions very, very strongly. Okay? Not just yours, but everybody else's. Am I right? So, what this card is talking about is you sort of having to always heal yourself, having to mother yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of empaths do that because we find it difficult to, the nurturing that we may get from somebody else, unless they're a very special person to us, may not feel right for us. It may not fit our soul, and we're questioning it all the time. So oftentimes empaths will learn to nurture themselves. Okay? Now, because it says here that you're an empath, does that mean that you need to go out and do your light work in the world? No, it doesn't. A lot of this is talking about going internally, and you chose the Celestite. So a lot of this is talking about internal empathy, internal empathic light work. Okay, you can do empathic light work, okay, and share it with the world just by going inside and meditating, just by living your light from the inside. It's very difficult for empaths, especially if you're very empathic, to sort of be out in the world. Are you that person that doesn't like large crowds and makes you nervous and you want to kind of close in? There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly understandable with an empath. But what this is asking you to do is to tap into that light work. It's definitely there for you. You definitely have it. And you can be on your own and do it internally and send it out to the world. Because empaths take in a lot of energy. We need to expel a lot of energy as well. Okay? So not necessary that you have to start a business or something like that, okay? But embrace it. And if you have it inside of you, you need to take it and release it as well. Okay? So this is definitely talking about internal. This is definitely talking about your own spirit. This is definitely talking about you being an empath, or at the very least, HSP. And that you can be abundant in this. This is them reassuring you. You absolutely can. But at least one part of your journey, okay, is that you are most definitely empathic. And it's okay to be that empath on your own, as long as you're taking in and releasing out into the world the energy that you take in, because you do that quite a bit. Okay, that's very important. So I think that's beautiful. I love that. I think that the world needs empaths because it helps to bring balance into the world. It helps to bring love for sometimes places that are not so loving. And if you are not hearing from someone close to you, if you never heard from your family, or even maybe for some of you from your own mother, that you are a good and loving and kind and gentle person, here is your proof. You've done this many times before. Spirit gave you this ability for empathy for a reason, to be an empath for a reason. And here, you need to mother yourself. Be strong and mother yourself if that's what it takes. Like Isis. Mother yourself. Be your own mother. Be your own nurturer. And know how wonderful you really are. Okay? All right, my lovelies. I hope I get to see you again soon. Take a deep breath. Think long and hard about this. Maybe do a little bit of research about it. I know that you have sensitive souls. I know that you have sensitive hearts, but you can be there for you. I know you're strong. I see it. okay? Straight. I know you're strong. You can do it. All right. I'll see you next time, my lovelies. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 2. How are you? So you chose the Labradorite Tower. And as I said in the beginning, the Labradorite Tower is the knowledge of the universe held within it. I love Labradorite. This is one of my favorite stones in the whole world. So for those of you who are new here, let me explain. I am legally blind, visually impaired, and I have friends that are as well. So you can see I read a little differently. I've already laid out the cards and I'm going to go through all of them so that those who cannot see it can hear it and participate equally. As well, it helps me to sit with the cards for a moment and meditate on them. Every time I do a reading, I do a download meditation, and this gives me the opportunity to pull to the forefront the information that they want to share with you. Okay? So we're going to start at the beginning. And at the top, we have your tarot card, and it is the Wheel of Fortune. I love that. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune. And then we have, now I have pulled, because if you are a light worker, you have been a light worker for many lifetimes, okay? And I have pulled cards that I would normally pull from my past life readings, which is something that I specialize in, because, like I said, you've done this before, okay? And this card is Valley of the Kings. And let me read to you what it says. Death is transformation. It is a natural part of life. There are consequences to all actions, no matter how small. There are consequences. Easy for me to say. Okay. And then, also from past lives, you got trust and faith. Trust and faith. I'll tell you right away, you're a very interesting group. I like this a lot. Okay? And then from Soul's Journey, you got perseverance. And I'll read that to you. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Perseverance. All right. And then we have patience. Patience. And that is your energy card, okay? Then from the Animal Oracle card that said I pulled cards from just about everything, okay? And from the Animal Oracle card, you got Black Egg. And that's interesting. That is part of the spirit grouping of these cards. There's Earth, Air, Fire, and Water, which are animals that you would see, a turtle, a snake, that sort of thing. But as in group 1, you have a card from the spirit group, and that's Black Egg. Black Egg is the knowledge of everything. It is the knowledge of everything, okay? That just needs to be cracked open, okay? So it hasn't been opened yet. That's not necessarily referring to you, but I will get back to that, okay? And then finally, from the Akashic Records, you got, and this is at Forces, okay, the King of Scrolls. I'm sorry, that's from the Scrolls. King of Scrolls. Okay, so let's talk about what being a light worker is. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a guru, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to separate yourself and sit in meditation day and night, okay? Being a light worker comes in many different forms. You could be a Reiki master, but you could also be a firefighter. Okay, and your light work is to save lives. You could also be, and in your case, a teacher. Okay, this tells me everything I need to know, that you are someone who teaches, and that is your light worker path. Okay, now how this relates to you as being a teacher, well, that is up to you, okay? But I see that you've done it before, okay? That you have had those who trusted you, okay? That you have a lot of patience, that you have all of the abilities that you need to have to be a teacher, the scrolls, okay? You're teaching, you're talking, you're sharing your knowledge, your good fortune, your past lives, and how you've created in this life, in this light worker path, okay? The ability to share your knowledge. And that gathering knowledge is incredibly important to you. Understanding things is very, very important to you. And that you choose to be the person who cracks that egg open for others, okay? That your egg is open, okay? You've cracked the knowledge. You know that you have it deep inside of you. This is something you've done before, and that you enjoy sharing the knowledge that you have. That's beautiful, okay? So you are most definitely a teacher of some sort. Now, it could be that you are a first grade teacher, okay? Or it could be that you are a public speaker. It could be that you are someone who tells stories, that you're a storyteller, and that's how you share your knowledge. You could be that person in your family that people go to say, hey, what do you think about this? And you share your knowledge with them and you teach those younger generations to you. Or this is something that you are aspiring to, and that there's an ache in you, that you've always known that this is what you wanted to do, that you wanted to share the knowledge that you feel you know you've had for so very long, and that you have mastered it, right? Wheel of Fortune. You are fortunate in your life path, regardless of what that is. You don't have to be a millionaire, right, to be able to share knowledge, okay? If you know how to farm and you pass that down generation to generation, you are sharing your knowledge, your fortune, okay? The things that you know, you've written them down even. You could be a writer, or that's something that you're aspiring to do. This is a positive affirmation that you're being recognized for that this is a special gift that you have, that you want to share with the world. That's beautiful, okay? You have the patience to do it. You have abundant patience, okay? That's also something that you learned many times over, and that's a beautiful thing. So I believe that if you have chosen this and you feel resonating with this, you are definitely someone who has knowledge that they want to teach and share with the world, that they want to open it up to everyone, that they want to go around and they want to crack open that egg of knowledge to everyone. And that is your light worker path. That's your journey. I love this one. I love this for you guys. It's just beautiful. Light workers come in many different shapes and forms. And this one is beautiful, and you may not even recognize that that was light work, but it absolutely is. It absolutely is. When you share your own knowledge and the knowledge that you have learned and the things that you know about the universe and the things that you know about yourself and your own life experience, that's light work. It's just that simple. Beautiful. I love it. I hope that helped. I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did very much. And I hope I get to see you again next time. Bye-bye, guys. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. How are you today? You chose the Lapis Lazuli. And as you remember, it's about honor and honoring and honesty. I love that. I love that stone so much because it's very interesting how it works out sometimes. I love spirit. But I bought this because it reminded me so much of the world. How much it looks like the earth and the clouds. Right? If you were looking at it from space, I put a little thing on there so it wouldn't roll away. But I love it. Let me explain. For those of you who are new here, I am legally blind, visually impaired, and so I have friends that are as well. So I read a little bit differently. As you can see, the cards are already laid out. I do this for two reasons. One, so that those who cannot see it can hear it. I will run through all of the cards and they can participate equally. And two, I always do a download meditation before I do my readings, and this helps me to sit with the cards for a moment, meditate, and bring to the forefront all the information I got from my download that Spirit wants to share with you. Okay? So we're going to start at the top. We're going to start with your tarot card, and it's very interesting. All of the tarot cards today have been very interesting, and major arcanas or court cards. And you got the World. You see what I'm saying? So you got the World. I love that. Now, I pulled a couple of cards that I would normally only pull for my past life readings, which I specialize in. But because if you are a light worker in this life, you've been a light worker in many, many lives, and you have chosen to come back and do more light work. So we've pulled some from some of my past life and cards. And so this one is Sumba Island, and let me read it to you. Fertility of all kinds is my birthright. I am connected to all the cycles of the land and sky. Healthy fierceness is something to be valued. Be patient. The time will come. That's a message for you. But I am connected to the earth. I love that. Well, I love spirit. I do. It amazes me every time. And this one says phobias. We'll come back to that, okay? That's also from past life. Okay, so that's a lesson you've learned. Okay. And then from Soul's Journey, you got discipline. I'll read it to you. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Discipline. I can accomplish what I can set my mind to. Very cool. Okay. And your energy card is Journey. Okay. The number 2, Journey. And that is your energy card. Okay. From spirit animals, as I said, I picked from just about everywhere. Okay. You got the Nightingale. And this is from air. Okay. And I'll come back to that as well. It's very cool. And then finally, from the Akashic Records, you got reflection. Reflection. And that is the number 19. The number 19. Reflection. Okay. So I will tell you when I first pulled this. Now, well, let me back up a little bit. A light worker does not necessarily have to be someone who's a guru, okay? A light worker can be of any occupation, okay? But it is an occupation that you do because you are trying to, want to, have the drive and the need to improve the world around you, to help others, to help the land under your feet, okay? To help grow the universe is a light worker, regardless of what your job is. You could be a teacher, you could be a fireman, you could be a mom, you could be a dad, you could be whatever you feel drawn to that you believe will help to expand the universe, that will help to help others is what your goal is. That's a light worker, regardless of what you choose to do for your living, okay? So let me explain what I saw and heard immediately when I pulled this card, the World, and then I saw the card right next to it, okay? You are someone who is passionate, beyond passionate, about the earth, about nature, about recycling, about taking care of the world, about taking care of the world for future generations, about taking care of it, treasuring it, okay? You see it as so vitally, vitally important that you have made it your life's mission, your light work, okay, to help save it. That's what I saw. That's what I heard immediately, okay? There's no coincidence that you got my little earth here, okay? It's not a coincidence. This is spirit acknowledging you. If you are drawn to this pile, this is you, okay? Nature is incredibly important to you. Animals, the earth, leaving the earth in a better state than what we had it in this lifetime. I feel that you've done this before. That the phobia card is not that you're afraid of anything other than you don't have any phobias, okay? But you are so passionate about this. You have a phobia that, oh no, we're destroying this for others. We're destroying this. What will happen to those souls that need to come back again and work out their karma if there's no earth to come back to? This is you, okay? This is your light work. This is you saying, I'm going to fix this. This is a passion within your heart that you cannot deny. So this is absolutely who you are. The nightingale, air. This one is travel, was it? Journey, excuse me. This is something that you want to sing to the world. You want to talk to everyone about this. You want to. The nightingale is about expressing yourself, okay? Even singing, if that's something that you like to do as well. But it is about you speaking this really passionate heart you have for nature, for saving the earth, for recycling, for cleaning up our planet. This is something that you are so passionate about, that you want to travel the world and tell everyone about it. This is absolutely who you are, okay? Now, that may not resonate for everybody, that you want to, jump on a ship and sail around the world and scream it from the rooftops, okay? But this is so important to you. It may just start in your own backyard and say, I'm going to start growing my own plants. I'm going to get me a chicken. I'm gonna make sure that everything in my house gets recycled that can be recycled. That I follow through with all those things, and maybe I even become an engineer so that I can learn how to make things better. Okay, that is something that has. I really strongly feel for some of you that this is a passion you've had since a child, since you were little. You were like, no, Mom, we have to recycle that. No, Mom, don't do that. You're wasting, right? That kind of thing. I think that's absolutely who you are. That taking care of the world that you live in goes beyond just saving it for yourself and the next generation, but for many, many millennia to come, because you see, you acknowledge, you've lived it in the past. You acknowledge the idea that if there's no planet to come back to, there's no way that you can heal your karma and heal your soul, right? And that is definitely your lightwork journey, is to help to save the world that you love. Absolutely. That's who you are. At least that's one of your journeys. Like I said, we'll do this a couple of times and see if there's other paths you walk down, but this is very specific, and very much the first thing I heard is that you are a lover of nature, you are a lover of the earth, and you desperately want to help to save it. I think that's beautiful. It's really beautiful. We need you. We cherish you. We honor you. We need that. We honor you for doing that. Well, I hope that you enjoyed that as much as I do. I love doing these readings. They give me such joy and such peace, knowing that there are people like you in the world who are doing these sorts of things. It's remarkable to me. I hope I get to see you guys again next time. Love and light, my friend. Keep up the good work. Bye.